That next event, well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Cue up the music, baby. Welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thursday, or I should say the Thirsty Thursday edition of Primetime Live with Philly Pete. I am your host, the one, the only Philly Pete, and we are here live on the 24/7 12 Ounce Sports streaming platform, YouTube as always, and of course, the newly come Roku. All right, and hopefully sooner than later, we're gonna be on the Fire Stick. All right, this little Fire Stick. Let's go. All right, 12 Ounce Sports is rising as we speak. This is the time to shine and tune into us. All right, it's Thursday, feeling good, feeling great, busy week. Actually, probably one of the quickest weeks, I should say, as far as I'm concerned, knowing how work's always been busy. All right, I hate talking about work when I'm home, but sometimes you just have to because it's just a lot going on. It's busy. I've been at this new job now for 3 months. I love it. And it is my best job that I've had. Even my first job that I had for 13 years, can't even compare. This job currently for 3 months. I know for a fact that this is where I want to be. It's a great job. Everything's rocking. We're busy, which is great. Kills the time, which is great. But this has been probably the quickest week I've ever had at this company. I mean, every day flies, but this week, like tomorrow's already Friday. It's ridiculous. Then again, time always flies. So who am I? Who am I? So very excited to have another episode with you guys. It's Thursday. We're feeling good. Thirsty Thursday. Crack something open. Let's enjoy ourselves. We got a lot going on in the world of sports. Europa soccer went off today. I'm not a big Europa guy. I like more of the Champions League. I do a lot of personal bets for soccer. I'm not sure if those out there that are tuning in wager anything with soccer or not. But tonight we have a 8-play card going out for the clients. I told you Tuesdays and Thursdays are always the big guns when it comes to gambling. So in terms of the NHL. So I'll make sure to give you guys a rundown of each play tonight, each game tonight, the analysis, breakdown, trends as always. And man, it's been a rough week in terms of betting, to be honest. So a little rough patch, probably the first rough patch all season long. Season is 3 months old, and this is like the first rough patch that we've had as clients. So it's all good. We'll bounce back. We'll be all right. So, but hey, listen, hopefully everyone's getting home from work safe. Let's get into the action. We have, a lot going on. Of course, the kid's in the background. She loves it. My in-laws are here watching her, for a little bit. But All right, couple of headlines. All right. Justin Tucker, ladies and gentlemen, accused of inappropriate behavior, which is probably why he had a terrible season. It's probably he had a terrible season. Definitely not the way that the way they played this year was just not good. Terrible season for the most part, very inconsistent. Maybe this is what was bothering him during the course of the season, that he was going to get caught at some point. Here we are. Okay. 14 linked to figure skating were on the crash plane. So a lot of huge devastation the other night. Last night, I should say, with the plane crash in the DC area, which is a little wild. It's curious what's been going on. I'm not into politics. I'm not a big politic guy, but it's very interesting to know that there's some sort of figure skating situation going on, and 14 linked to figure skating. So I mean, it depends. Where they from? It looks like 6 members of the skating club of Boston. So something very interesting. Wow. Olympics, a lot of interesting. This is a very interesting situation here. Very, very interesting. To say the least. It's just kind of like taken back, to be honest with you. Like very, very, very sad to see. So hopefully, my thoughts and prayers go out to the families of the lost ones. That I believe 60 were on the plane, and there's no survivors. So a little curious to see what's going on in the background there. Was there someone on that plane that shouldn't have been? A Black Hawk couldn't see it. I mean, there's a lot of speculation going on. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Conspiracies, I think, are just a little out there. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see what the investigation is going to be of this. So, I mean, it looks like, you literally had less than a quarter or less than a fourth of the plane, 60 passengers, let's just say 15 of them were linked to figure skating. I mean, that's a solid bulk right there, so, you have a 25%, 25% of the plane was figure skaters. So something's going on that we don't really know. I'm sure we will know very, very soon. All right. Max Scherzer to the Blue Jays on a 1-year deal. Terry Rozier getting in trouble with gambling. I mean, we all should know this by now. It's just, it's nothing new anymore. Really, it's nothing new. Dwayne Wade had surgery to remove cancerous tumor. In the NFL, they set a new record, a new season low with 182 concussions. That's new, I should say. A new season low with 182 concussions this year. So, you really didn't see many. I mean, it's still, you still can't hit as hard as you used to anymore, especially with quarterbacks. I mean, it's still a no fun league. Okay, it's the NFL's become a soft sport. We know that since years past. I mean, I grew up playing football. I mean, if you have the ball, the object is to hit them. I mean, no matter who it is, quarterback, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, it's still a soft league, I think. They brought the extra protection on the helmets. They're trying to make the game safer, but I think it has gotten softer, at least during this time, during this period of time, and in this generation of players, and and to be honest, like kids that are growing up in this era, in this time frame, really don't have the acknowledgement of how the game was played back in the day. When growing up in the 90s, man, growing up in the 90s, early 2000s, man, you're hitting people. You are hitting people as hard as you can. Okay, going from the 90s to the early 2000s. Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. I mean, that Baltimore team could hit. It didn't matter who had the ball. It didn't matter who was at practice that had the ball. You're hitting somebody. I mean, I remember playing in high school, quarterback or not. All right, you're going to get hit. That's just how it is. We wore no protective, the red jerseys. We didn't have them on. We didn't have those jerseys. We didn't have those red jerseys on, like not just to not hit them. You know, it was a free for all, and that's how it should have been, man. That's how it should be. That's how it should always be. But again, that was life in the past. This is the new day of football, and that's how it is. That is how it is. 5 games in the NBA tonight: Lakers, Washington, Atlanta, Cleveland, Minnesota, Utah, Houston, Memphis, Orlando, and Portland. Houston, Memphis should be a fun game tonight. 9:30 on True TV, TNT. You know, this should be a fun game to watch for sure. I'm trying to get, you know, I know the NBA, I do like to get, I want to eventually get back in the NBA for you guys. I just really haven't had time to cap it as much as I want to. Mostly it's going to be NHL. So moving on to college basketball. All right, we have some got 3 top 25 games tonight: Illinois, Nebraska, Memphis, Tulane, Oregon, UCLA. I'll be honest, my favorite play tonight is Illinois minus 4.5 at Nebraska. I think Illinois needs this game more than Nebraska to stay afloat of the Big Ten. 6-4 in the Big Ten right now is Illinois, 14-6 overall. Nebraska, not great, 2-7 in the Big Ten, 12-8 overall. Okay, they're not going to make the tournament, but the 4.5 line, I feel like that's a steal. I think it's a good spot. If you want to buy the hook, move it up to 4. But I bought this morning for a unit. I took Illinois minus 4.5 in hopes to cash this out. So if you want to do something crazy, and it's crazy even to think that UCLA is a 4.5 point favorite against Oregon tonight. It's telling you something. It's absolutely telling you something. Like, you want to take that Oregon plus 4.5 because the books are making you do, hey, the 16th ranked team. UCLA's been playing really good ball, and Oregon's starting to fall down a little bit. Okay. You know, so honestly, I like a 3-team money line parlay here: Illinois, Memphis, and UCLA. You know, I think that's a good, I feel like we can cash that out, but I'm going to play it safe. I like Illinois minus 4.5 tonight. That'll be my free play in the NCAA basketball for this evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me take a quick 2-minute commercial break. When I get back, we have a lot of NHL to talk about, a lot of games tonight. So let's rock and roll. This is the Thursday edition of Primetime Live with Philly Pete. Sit back, relax, give me 2, and I will be back.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thursday edition of Primetime Live with Philly Pete. I'm your host, the one, the only Philly Pete. We're here live on the 24/7 12-ounce sports streaming platform, YouTube, Roku. The chat is open. Subscribe to 12 Ounce Sports. Give us a thumbs up. And hey, we have a lot of action. Comments are open. Like I said, the chat's open. Let me know what your favorite play is for tonight. We'll talk about it. Really, that's what the show's all about. Let's have some fun. hopefully everyone's getting home from work safe. It's Thursday. We're getting through the week. One more day. Tomorrow's Friday. Then it's the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Any big plans? There's no football this weekend. What are you going to do? College basketball. All right, we're in that prime spot now in college basketball now. We're getting inching a little bit closer to March, so it's always kind of fun when that happens. Usually, once football season's over, college basketball is like the way to go. It really is. I mean, it's fun. It's just always fun, always fun. So this weekend for me, real quick, just keeping up with my NHL plays and just my bets in general. I also am going to be painting for the new baby's room and my daughter's room. So a lot of projects to do. I got a lot of projects to do with very little time. So I gotta get this thing done and rolling sooner than later. So this is the weekend to do it. I got 3 months left till he comes out, and that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into the NHL. All right. Before you do that, make sure you hit up mybookie.ag. All right. A good way to start betting is for tonight's games is through mybookie.ag. Promo code there is 12ounce sports, 12OZ sports, all one word. Also, I have a couple of local books as well. I know a couple local bookies that are looking for players. So those that are serious players, reach out to me as well, and I'll get you hooked up with an account. No, they're great guys. I've known them for a decade. They're always looking for new players too. So to be simple as that. All right. And don't forget the 12ounce sports subscription. All right. Sign up today. You get 3 days for free, $6 for the month, $60 for the year. Yeah, you heard it right. $6 for the month, $60 for the year. Sign up today via YouTube. All right. First off on the bet, Chicago, Carolina. All right. Carolina minus 410 on the money line. Chicago plus 350. Over under here's at 6 at minus 105. 70% of the public money is on Carolina. 60% of the public money on the over 6. Okay. The under is 49, 42, and 10, right, to the under here. First period over, as we know, Chicago and Tampa the other night didn't hit the over. So the trend, it's still hot. The trend is still hot for Chicago first period overs. What is that, like, I believe 14-2 now, 15-2 now in the last 17. So it's still, I mean, you got to take it while you can. So my only play in this game here tonight is going to be the Carolina Hurricanes, Chicago Blackhawks, first period over 1.5. You could probably get that around minus 125, minus 130-ish. So there you go. Chicago, Carolina, first period over 1.5. Want to ride it and go from there. Chicago puck line plus 2.5 at minus 130. I will take a stab at that. Carolina could easily win this game, 5-0. They could shut them out. But the fact that we're getting a 2.5 at a decent spot, I have to consider that. All right. They got to cover 3 goals. Really. They got to cover 3 goals, Chicago. So let's run with that tonight. Chicago Blackhawks plus 2.5 at minus 130. And then the first period over 1.5, Chicago, Carolina. Let's get that trend back for Chicago first period overs. All right. Next up, Winnipeg and Boston. Winnipeg minus 160 on the money line. Boston plus 145. Over under here is at 5.5 at minus 105. 60% each way here. Money line for the public on Winnipeg. And it looks like 60% on the over for the public as well. The under is 51, 49, and 4. So, again, the trend is very similar. All right. But lately, I just feel like, Boston's been kind of pesky lately. They really have 25, 21, and 5 on the year. Winnipeg's still rocking right now. But this is a big spot. This really is. I still like Winnipeg this evening, but I'm not going to take a chance at that minus 160 spot. So I'm going to go Winnipeg puck line at plus 180. Winnipeg minus 180. Winnipeg minus 1.5 at plus 180. Didn't make my card, but that's where I'm going. And I like the under 5.5 in this game too. Winnipeg, Boston under 5.5, and then Winnipeg puck line at plus 180. All right, Minnesota, Montreal. All right, Minnesota plus 125 on the money line. Montreal minus 140, which is a lot for Montreal considering. Over under here's at 6.5 now at plus 105. 50% each way. 50% of the public money. 50% flip for the money line, 60% of the public money on the under 6.5 in this spot. Well, That's probably why, because my money's on the over 5.5. My clients have the over. Okay, this will be a client play for tonight. Over 5.5. Minnesota, Montreal is what I have at minus 135. I locked that in this afternoon. So did my clients. Now look, it's at 6.5. So it's been moving. That's where I'm at. Now, the under is 47, 46, and 8. Again, it's dead on even with the over-under. So, but I think we see goals in this game, and I do like Minnesota money line. All right, they're clearly the better team. Obviously, their road foes continue, but they are the better team. So, give me Minnesota Wild money line plus 125 tonight. And I like the full game over 5.5 this evening. Minnesota and Montreal. Okay, LA, Tampa. LA coming off a shutout or getting shut out by Florida the other night in St. Pete's. Tampa getting smacked by Chicago the other night, scoring 1 goal. You're on your backup goaltender, I believe your third stringer now. This is going to be an interesting matchup. LA, Tampa, here we are. Tampa minus 160 on the money line. LA plus 140. Over under at 5.5. 70% of the public money on Tampa, 60% of the public money on the over. I really despise betting LA. Okay, I really despise it. But the under is 51, 38, and 8 to the under for these two teams. It's a heavily trend for the under. I've been seeing a lot of people on the overs. I'm on the over tonight as well. So let's go. LA, they're going to be very eager to score goals. They're trying to light the lamp. Tampa only scored 1 against Chicago. Embarrassing. They're back at home for revenge. Like, let's get some goals going in this spot. Third stringer. I see goals in this game. I really do. Does LA get shut out again? Does Tampa score more than 1? I think we're going to see goals. This is going to be an electric game, I believe, down in Tampa at St. Pete. So we're going to rock out Tampa Bay money line. I'm sorry, not Tampa Bay money line. The first period over 1.5. LA Kings, Tampa Bay Lightning, first period over 1.5 at minus 115. It's cheap, and we're going to go with the over 5.5 at minus 115 as well. We're going to do it. First period over 1.5, full game over 5.5. And you know what? Kings. Give me the Kings money line plus 140. I'm taking a chance there. That's where I'm at in that game. Washington, Ottawa. This is a pick 'em, minus 105 each way. Over under. That's at 5.5. 60% of the public money on the Caps fit, and this is split between the over under here. Last time a game like this that we saw, it went well under. We're in Ottawa tonight. But I'm gonna go Washington money line minus 105. It's a pick 'em, and I like the under 5.5 at minus 130. All right, I did have the over last time. It went under. This time I'm gonna go under, and you watch, it'll go over. So that's usually how it works. The under is 58, 33, and 9. 58, 33, and 9 to the under for this two teams here. Trent. This is, if I want to bet another in any game tonight, it's gonna be this one. So Washington, Ottawa. Under 5.5 at minus 130, and Washington on the money line at minus 105. All right, a little bit of a rapid fire. We have 5 games in 5 minutes. Here we are. Islanders, Flyers, over under here's at 5.5. Islanders minus 135 on the money line. Philadelphia plus 120. 60% of the public money on the Islanders money line and the full game over as well. This time I have to agree. I do. Flyers 23, and 3 in the season. Just not great right now. Like they have like these bumps. Like they're good and they just keep going up and down. They do. The over is 49, 48, and 4. So again, split dead on even here. However, I think the Islanders come in here and they take care of business. So give me the Islanders money line minus 135 and the full game over 5.5 tonight between Philly and the New York Islanders. Anaheim, Calgary. All right, over under here is at 6. 70% of the public money on Calgary, 60% of the public money on the under. The under is 58, 36, and 5. Again, a huge trend to the under for these two teams here combined. Give me the under 6 in this spot here, and give me Calgary puck line plus 140. Calgary Flames puck line plus 140 in the full game under 6. That's where I'm at there at the Saddle Dome. Detroit, Edmonton, here we are, okay? This might be probably the big dog upset of the night. Detroit, Edmonton, okay? Detroit plus 230 on the money line. Edmonton minus 260. Over-under here is at 6.5 at minus 105. 70% of the public money on Edmonton. 70% of the public money on the over. I'm going first period over 1.5. I'm going full game over 6. That's what I have in this game. I locked in the 6 at minus 130 earlier. Okay, it's at 6.5 now at minus 105. All right, I'd rather take the push. I'd rather buy the extra 20 cents and hopefully get a push. Okay. I feel like this is a game like Edmonton, Detroit can score. Okay. Edmonton lately has been, back and forth, very inconsistent. They've been scoring, but just inconsistent lately. I feel like they should be scoring more than what they've been doing the past couple of nights here, let alone, within the last week, quite frankly. But I think we see a first period over in this game. And don't be surprised if Detroit takes an early 1-0, 2-0 lead as well. That's just a bold prediction for me. But so let's go with this. Let's go Detroit. We're gonna rock out Detroit. We're gonna stack Detroit tonight. Just because I'm feeling it. It's a Thursday special. We might get one of these big upsets tonight, and I like Detroit here. Give me the Detroit Red Wings money line plus 225 to plus 230. Give me Detroit puck line plus 1.5 at minus 110. Give me the first period over 1.5 and the full game over 6. 4 plays right there. Let's rock and roll. Detroit money line plus 230. Puck line at minus 110 for the plus 1.5. First period over 1.5. Full game over 6. Columbus, Vegas minus 300 on the money line. Columbus plus 260 over under here is at 6. 65% of the public money on Vegas and then split between the over under. Give me Columbus here on the puck line. All right, plus 1.5 at plus 100. Even money there. Columbus puck line plus 1.5 at plus 100. And I like the full game over 6 in this spot here. And then last but not least, Seattle, San Jose. Seattle minus 190 on the money line. San Jose plus 170. 65% of the public money on Seattle. 60% of the public money on the over. Give me the Seattle Kraken puck line plus 140 tonight. Seattle Kraken minus 1.5 at plus 140. And I want to go with the full game over 5.5. All right. The 6 is at minus 105. You could buy down the 5.5 at minus 135. That's what I'm doing tonight. Kraken over 5.5 and the puck line at plus 140. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, hey, I'm out of time. I know it's fun. Time goes by so fast when you're having fun. Let's cash it out. Like I said, Detroit, Edmonton, one of my favorite overs of the night. So let's rock and roll. And of course, the Minnesota Wild is one of my favorite plays too on the money line. So there you go. Let's have some fun. Let's cash out some tickets, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Be safe, and talk to you tomorrow. Good night.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches?